This is Paul Laddai from Centric Community Research, and we're here at the Cut in Waterloo speaking to people about the current state of the NHS and their ideas about future improvement and what some of the gaps are. What's your current views about the NHS right now?
Okay, about the NHS right now, I'd say, it is an amazing thing that we've got. It's an amazing idea that hasn't been fulfilled yet, and actually I think over the years has been undermined.
I feel like it's in a pretty sorry state.
NHS, well, I'm not with the waiting list, man.
With the strikes, people feeling that they need to strike, and I completely support the NHS workers who are striking. But I think it's tragic that we're in that situation.
It's been great so far. I've been here for around a year and a half, and I've used the NHS multiple times. I've consulted with the GP in my local area multiple times on several issues. It's been great, yeah.
I think the NHS is facing some long-term challenges. I think there are sort of plans in place to hopefully rectify that over the next few months, and certainly NHS England and its partners are kind of working on sort of the elective recovery and making sure that we can sort of come back from the challenges we faced over COVID. But I think it's clear that sort of both people on the front line and patients and people seeking care are struggling at this moment.
Most of my experience with NHS recently has just been with my GP, and I feel.
How have you found that in terms of appointments?
I found that quite frustrating.
Why?
Mostly because it's very difficult to make an appointment, and when you do, you feel like you're rushed through. You don't really have much of a chance to properly interact with your doctor or kind of get the feeling of there being a real relationship there.
I can't believe that we've undermined such an amazing thing. I do think it needs to be restructured. I do think they need to rethink how it works, because it's kind of just lumbering from one thing to another.
What are the challenges you faced in terms of that?
Challenges, even for myself, man, like about 6 years ago, I had like a sebaceous cyst, and it was so stressful, man. You know what I mean? You can fall easily into depression. Like if you don't get no support from family or your good friends, like there's not really much places to go to seek for support apart from, NHS, hospital, even GPs. It's ridiculous, man. You know what I mean?
I think the NHS is facing some long-term challenges. I think there are sort of plans in place to hopefully rectify that over the next few months, and certainly NHS England and its partners are kind of working on sort of the elective recovery and making sure that we can sort of come back from the challenges we faced over COVID. But I think it's clear that sort of both people on the front line and patients and people seeking care are struggling at this moment.
What do you think? They need to just look at how it works. Even like if I look at something like going to the hospital or getting from the GP. I mean, GPs, for goodness sake. It takes forever to see them. It takes forever. It's a lot of my friends from Europe talk about us as having a third world system. That's what they're saying, and I think it is bad in terms of how it works. But it's like anything else. If it doesn't work, put it right.
They're always complaining about they are understaffed. They're always complaining about wages. They're always complaining, and I think they are overreacting because. I've been like 5 years ago in a hospital here in the UK, yeah, and the wait time was about 13 hours. So 13 hours for me, it seems a long wait time.
Do you think there could be improvement then, based upon that experience?
Probably trying to find a way to lessen the workload for GPs. I'm not sure how one would do that. I guess there being more available slots, more available places for people to go to. Don't know.